So at some point you may want to do something kind of fancy with texture. What we're looking at right here is some fur texture. Fur texture is quite similar to doing hair, so you could also apply what I'll be showing you here if you wanted to do hair. The first thing you want to do is you want to think and look at your subject matter and think about the big groupings. In the little icon on the left, I've kind of drawn in the groupings with pink just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about by grouping. So you're trying to take something with a lot of detail and simplify it into groupings or masses. Once you've done that, then you want to think about light mass and shadow mass. And that's kind of what I'm doing here in my drawing. Is you can see that I've worked out some of the big groupings, and now I'm thinking about just massing in the shadow shapes. I'm blending with my finger, but I'm not being too specific. I'm not worried about details at this point. With my Vine charcoal at this moment, I am trying to just think about very general statements. Where are the fibers or the hairs? What are the directions like? So you see me try to approximate them. Again, not being obsessed with being perfect, just kind of more or less laying in the basics, the basic directions. It's never too early to think about cross contour lines too. So placing marks that go with the direction of your form is always advisable. I use a medium pencil at this point, and I'm going to continue to develop the fibers, thinking about the direction of the fibers. When I use my medium pencil, I'm using it to its advantage. So a medium pencil, we know, will not blend very well. So things like hair or fur, it's a pretty linear texture. So it's okay if a couple of lines show through when I blend. In fact, it might be kind of nice to have some lines show through. I'm being maybe a little bit more specific than I was with the Vine charcoal, but still keeping it general. I don't worry about blending in the opposite direction because I do want some of these lines to show through just a little bit. I decided to use a soft pencil here because it's a shadow area that's a bit darker than the rest of the white fur. So that's why I wanted to use a soft pencil. Also, I wanted to be able to use my kneaded eraser to pick out details in a subtractive drawing type way. So I didn't want it to be too stable on the paper. I'm warming up my kneaded eraser. You can see I pinched it. And here I am using the subtractive method to pull away or subtract individual fibers. Now, it's important when you do this not to be too obsessed with being 100% perfect, but just really trying your best. We're all human. It's not going to be perfect. You're not going to get the exact shapes, but you're just observing, and that's key, that you're observing and being diligent with giving it your full effort. Over time, you'll be more and more exact, but even just giving it your all as a beginner is still going to look really good. So don't be obsessed with being perfect. Just try your best here. I'm coming with, I believe, a hard or medium pencil. Oh, it's a hard pencil to kind of shape the hairs or shape the fibers, make them smaller. Your kneaded eraser can only go so small, so this kind of just helps me reshape the individual fibers. The background here is a bit darker. That's why I went in with a medium pencil. And I don't want the edge to disappear. I want it to be kind of a harder edge. So using the medium pencil is ideal for that. Sometimes your blending tool is just the right amount of dirty and you can use it as a drawing tool. I wanted to slow down to talk to you about what I'm going to do here. So you see me reshaping this detail. And here I'm coming in with the blending tool. And notice how I'm going to make a whole region darker by blending it. But I'm not going to lose any of the detail. You'll see that it just gets darker.